how do you define a legacy system? Basically, there's two kinds of definitions. I found out when I was starting up my project that legacy systems is defined in different ways when you speak with a QA person or a quality person or an IT person. What you need to think about is that for an IT person, a legacy system is defined as a system that is no longer in use, that cannot be updated, that is outdated. But from a QA perspective or compliance perspective, you would consider a legacy system a system that does not at the moment live up to the current regulations. So a legacy system from a compliance point of view would be a system that you need to validate or you need to update in order to reach the regulations that you're working with. What we did in my project when we were talking about legacy systems, that we defined our approach, and that helped us along the way. When we were in doubt, we looked back at our approach and say, okay, what is it that we decided that we would take into considerations? One of the things what we decided that we want to do a pragmatic, risk-based approach. So meaning that whenever we made a decision, we also asked ourselves, does it make sense? Is it pragmatic? Are we doing any documentation just for documentation point of view, or does it actually make sense? Does it give us any benefits in other ways performing this action? Another approach that we decided was that we have this principle of doing exactly enough. No gold plating, just enough in order to comply to the regulations that we want to implement across our whole legacy system portfolio. So those two principles, the pragmatic approach and the just enough principle, no gold plating, those were the key principles that we worked with when creating our validation plan for our legacy systems.